Hello, and welcome back. It is 4 days past Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a wonderful time with family, friends, or even if it was just a quiet time with good food and got to do what you wanted to do. That is wonderful. I had a great Thanksgiving. My daughter drove up, and my granddaughter, she's 15, she wanted to do a video with me, but we didn't have time. We were so busy just enjoying each other's company. So maybe one day you'll get to meet her. All right, let's get with it. This is book haul number 9, I believe. I told you it's never ending. It just won't start it. I want to tell you about some books still that I purchased. And these books, I got some that were purchased at the end of the month of September. And the first one is Hold You Down by Tracy Brown. Another booktuber, I think it was PD from Comfy Cozy Up. She bragged about this book, said it was so good. Oh, my lighting is a little off today. Well, it's very bright, but it's also very cold here in Alabama. But anyway, I picked up this romance. This was published on November 1st of 2022. And this is by Tracy Brown, and I understand that she has recently passed. But regretfully, I have not read any of her books, so this will be a first. And this is based in New York City, the late 1980s to early 1990s. Mercy and Lennox Howard have always only had each other. Growing up on the mean streets of Harlem with an absentee mother meant that they had to have each other's backs. Now young, smart mothers they are, determined to survive in New York City while raising their 2 sons who have bright futures ahead of them. Mercy is the quiet, straight-laced hospital administrator struggling to make ends meet. At night and on weekends, she pours her heart into her cooking and her dream of owning her own restaurant. Lennox is the diva, the wild child looking for excitement, and her big come up in life and love. Their boys, Dion and Judah, have been raised more like brothers than cousins, forging a bond that is unbreakable. When Lennox heads down a path that she believes will bring success and power, it changes the entire course of her life and her family's life forever. As a result of their mother's choices, cousins Dion and Judah soon find themselves in uncharted territory. So this is some family drama here. This is a pretty nice size book, and I'm looking forward to it. I know she's got another one coming out in 2024. I'll show the picture up here. And I'm looking forward to getting that from her. It's got a beautiful cover. Beautiful cover. You know I'm a cover girl. So this is Tracy Brown, Hold You Down. The next book I purchased, and also this came highly recommended from another booktuber, and I believe that was Dee Dee from Brown Girl Reading. Anyway, it's called Girl, Woman, Other by Bernadine Evaristo. And she has some other books that she has written. I think this is the only one of hers that I own. And this was highly recommended on another booktuber's channel. So I said, well, let's start with this one. And it is published, this was published in 2019. It is literary fiction. It's like 464 pages, so it's a nice chunky book. And it is a celebration of the diversity of Black British experience, teeming with energy, humor, and heart, a love song to Black Britain told by 12 very different people. Grace is a Victorian orphan dreaming of the mysterious African father she will never meet. Winsome is a young Windrush bride recently arrived from Barbados. Amma is the fierce queen of her 1980s squatter's palace. Morgan, who used to be Megan, is blowing up on social media, the newest activist influencer on the block. 12 very different people, mostly Black and female, more than 100 years of change, and one sweeping, vibrant, glorious portrait of contemporary Britain. Bernadine Evaristo presents a gloriously new kind of history for this old country, ever dynamic, ever expanding, and utterly irresistible. So, you know that I like it because it's a little vague and it doesn't really give the crux of what the book is about, but reading it, I love going in blind, not knowing what all of the details, what the book is really all about, so I can be surprised and just read along with the author's writing. So there's that one. Now, finally, I'm getting into my book purchases for October. So, this next book, I think I picked it up at Walmart. It was newly published. And I heard word that my book club will probably be selecting this for 2024. So I went ahead and I bought it, and it's called Thicker Than Water. This is a memoir by Kerry Washington. And as I said, this was published September 26th of 2023. So September of this year. This is an award-winning actor, director, producer, and activist. Kerry Washington shares the exquisitely moving journey of her life so far. And, you know, a memoir. I heard that she has had another book out, I believe, and it was very good, but maybe this goes at a different angle. I don't know. I didn't read that one. It says, while on a drive in Los Angeles on a seemingly average afternoon, Kerry Washington received a text message that would send her on a life-changing journey of self-discovery in an instant. Her very identity was torn apart, with everything she thought she knew about herself thrown into question. In Thicker Than Water, Washington gives readers an intimate view into both her public and private worlds as a mother, daughter, wife, artist, advocate, and trailblazer. Chronicling her upbringing and life's journey thus far, she reveals how she faced a series of challenges and setbacks, effectively hid childhood traumas, met extraordinary mentors, managed to grow her career. Managed to grow her career and cross the threshold into stardom and political advocacy, ultimately discovering her truest self, and with it, a deeper sense of belonging. So this is like I said, my book club will be reading this next year, and I'm looking forward to digging into that. The cover is awesome, very awesome. So that's Kerry Washington, a memoir. All right. Still in the month of October. I haven't even gotten to November yet. In the month of cover. I also purchased this based on a book club, book read. I believe it was on BookTube. It was the Read So Lit that's headed by Dee of Brown Girl Reading, and it's called The God of Good Looks. Oh no, this was also part of the Comfy Cozy Up Caribathon. But anyway, The God of Good Looks by Breanne McIvor. This is literary romance fiction. This was published January of 2023, so this came out this year. Bianca Bridge has always dreamt of becoming a writer, but Trinidadian society can be unforgiving, and having an affair with a married government official is a surefire way to ruin your prospects. So when, here we go with the names. Obadiah Cortland, a notoriously tyrannical entrepreneur in the island's beauty scene, offers her a job. Bianca accepts, realizing that working on this magazine is the closest to her dreams she'll get. As Bianca begins to embrace her power and creative voice, she starts to suspect Obadiah is not the elite tyrant he seems. She's right. Born in one of the poorest parts of Trinidad, Obadiah has clawed partway up society's ladder and built his company around his meticulously crafted persona. Now he's not about to let anyone, especially Bianca, see past his facade. There's more, but I'm not gonna read it because this must get into some deep stuff. Oh, so it's literary romance, but okay. And it's The God of Good Looks, Breanne McIvor. So if I read this, I definitely will have a review for it. Oh, nice cover too. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, now here is another one. It's called Yinka, Where Is Your Husband? By Lizzie, Damilola, Blackburn. Lizzie, Damilola, Blackburn. It's a hefty book. It's hefty. It's nice size, but it's hefty. The cover is beautiful. Look at this. I like the ladies here on the bottom that represent the cultures. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So let me tell you. This is contemporary romance fiction published in January of 2022. So this is a year old, coming up on a year old. Yinka's Nigerian aunties frequently pray for her delivery from singledom. Her work friends think she's too traditional. She's saving herself for marriage. Her girlfriends think she needs to get over her ex already and the men in her life. Well, that's a whole other story. But Yinka herself has always believed that true love will find her when the time is right. Still, when her cousin gets engaged, Yinka commences Operation Find a Date for Rachel's wedding, aided by a spreadsheet and her best friend. Yinka is determined to succeed. Will Yinka find herself a husband? And what if the thing she really needs to find is herself? Okay, this is gonna be contemporary romance fiction, contemporary, and it sounds interesting. Sound like some nosiness going on. But anyway, that's Yinka, Where's Your Husband? And I like how they spell husband. They show a lot of the Z's in the spelling, even as I was reading this. But okay. So there we have the month of November. Am I still, when I come back to you, no, October. When I come back to you, it'll still be in October. I still have purchases. But I also want to tell you about what I'm reading right now. And I started listening, as you saw from my last video, I picked my book from my TBR jar. And my choice was Jenifer Lewis's Walking in My Joy in These Streets. And I'm listening to it in audio. And here is the book that she had previously. And I listened to that in audio. She reads it. Oh my God. This cover depicts her to the T. She is dramatic. She does not hold back. Look at that. Look at that. So this one is shorter. This book is a little shorter than her, The Mother of Black Hollywood. But this, Walking in My Joy in These Streets, has me laughing. I am enjoying this. I'm listening to it in audio again. She's reading it and she is interjecting. She's singing. She's full of profanity, but she's telling the honest to God truth about her and her life and her situation. I am, 20% into the book, I believe. This is where I'm at. And there's pictures in here to go along with her memoir. There's lots of pictures, but if you pick this book up, I highly recommend audio. Highly recommend it. Very, very good. Also, I'm reading, or I read, no, I'm reading. The Queen of Sugar Hill. The Queen of Sugar Hill on my Kindle. And this is by ReShonda Tate. She has many, many other books, contemporary fiction, but this is a historical fiction. And I have an advanced reader's copy through William Morrow, which they gave me carte blanche. I could pick any book I want and download and read it for free. And I am enjoying this. This is about Hattie McDaniel. This is a novel of Hattie McDaniel, and it's a historical fiction. It came out, or comes out, January of 2024. Best-selling author ReShonda Tate presents a fascinating fictional portrait of Hattie McDaniel and of Hollywood's most prolific but woefully unappreciated stars, and the first Black person ever to win an Oscar for her role as Mammy in the critically acclaimed film classic Gone with the Wind. Never read Gone with the Wind. Of course, I've seen the movie. Didn't really have much feelings for it. Typically a Southern classic. It was supposed to be, the book, here, back to the book. It was supposed to be the highlight of her career, the pinnacle for which she'd worked all her life. And as Hattie McDaniel took the stage in 1940 to claim an honor that would make her the first African-American woman to win an Academy Award, she tearfully took her place in history. Between personal triumphs and tragedies, heartbreaking losses, and severe setbacks, this historic night of winning Best Supporting Actress for her role as the sassy Mammy in the controversial movie Gone with the Wind was going to be life-changing, or so she thought. So I'm in the like 5th chapter. I just started. Oh man, it's so full of actual facts, actual history. I know that the author is using her creative writing to interject some other things in the story to make it fictional, but so far I'm looking up all the people she's mentioned, all the other Black actors, places like the Florence Mills Theater, her relationship with Clark Gable. I really wonder if that was really a thing. He kind of took up for her and protected her, but during those times it was hard. No blacks were allowed in restaurants, hotels, and so on and so forth. The book is really impactful and engrossing, and I'm looking forward to when I finish this. I will have a detailed book review on my blog, unadeydonna.blogspot.com, and I will also probably come back here on my video and talk a little more about it. However, this is really a very good read, The Queen of Sugar Hill by ReShonda Tate. So those are what I'm reading. What I just finished is Homeward on my Kindle. Let me see if I could pull that up for you, or I'll just show it up here. Let's just do that. Homeward is by Angela Jackson Brown. And I found out that I have another book by her, which I think I saw a recommendation from another booktubers, and I believe that was Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook. And it was called When Stars Rain Down. And it's in paperback. I have not read this one. And this is my first read for Miss Angela Jackson Brown. She has written a lot of books. However, Homeward is awesome. It's a very Southern historical fiction that is centered during the civil rights and voters' rights era, trying to segregate the South. It mostly takes place in Georgia and Mississippi. And this young lady, she kind of irritated me a little bit, the main character. However, the purpose of the story, the author decided to use her as the tool. And it starts off very interesting. She's pregnant by another man, and she's still married to her husband, who is off at war. But I'm not going to give away too much. That's a spoiler. But it's in the flap of the jacket. I am not going to say more than that. But it really centers around family, redemption, hope, courage, how this community comes together to stand up against the racism that's holding them back from voters registration, the segregated restaurants and different places there in the South. And I really love the family dynamics of this book. In my review, which I have posted on my blog, I mentioned that this is similar to me, like the Soul Food movie. Soul Food, where all of the families there together, and there's food mentioned throughout the book, and there's love, and there's hugging, kissing, and however, it's a different era. Takes place in a different city, different state, but the family dynamics is what I really loved in this book, and then the historical facts and how they overcame all that. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. Like I said, I probably would have upped it to 5 if Rose, the main character, hadn't kind of irritated me on a few levels. But I understand what the author was doing in writing her character during this time period. So believe me, if you pick this up, and it was released, it was published October the 10th of 2023. So it's a recent publication. And I would definitely purchase this book to add to my library because I only have it in Kindle form. Pick it up, read it. I recommend it. All right, I'm not going to keep dragging that out. I just want to show you one more thing I got. And, you know, I love anything bookish. And I ordered this. I had ordered one for my bookstore. And, oh, my God, as soon as I got it, I said, this is so cute. So they had one more left, and I decided to order me one. I got the last one, and it's a Bookband, and it's an owl. But check this out. Check it out. I'm going to show you. It is a watch. Come on. It's a watch, and it really does work. And its wings open up to the watch. Isn't that just adorable? It's heavy too. It's a Bookband, you know, as I like to put them around my books to keep my space. And I'm adding this one to my collection, unless I decide to gift it. But look at that. It's just too cute. I just wanted to show you guys. And I will put down below where I got it from. Even though this was the last one, maybe they'll get some more in or something similar. And the wings close and the owl is there. All right, I'm going to end it here. So anyway, thank you for watching. And I'm planning on a video that will walk you through my book journals, but that's soon to come. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for my new subscribers. Thank you for the comments. Keep it coming. And I'll see you all again real soon. Bye.